About what?
Metaverse, like, what is the most exciting thing in it?
Well, I think it's going to be really a major change for how people communicate, transact commerce, and I think that the opportunities for creators are going to be incredible. So I think it's really a shift away from centralized platforms, and it'll be more of the individual having the ability to monetize the content they create.
Are you going to sell something there?
Oh, I'm sure eventually, right? Why not,
Okay,
right?
so can you share like with some secrets of the best strategy to sell anything and the metaverse?
Well, I think right now everyone's talking about NFTs, right? And NFTs are, in the form that people are talking about it now, are artwork. But it could also be things like collectibles. It could be a watch. It could be a virtual watch. It could be a virtual anything. It could be an NFT. So I think you want to just imagine you're living in a world where everything that you see in the physical world could have its digital counterpart in the virtual world, right? So I would think that way and look for opportunities from that perspective. Like, what are the things that people are going to want if they're living in this virtual world? They're going to need virtual food to eat. They're going to need tables at the best restaurants. They need, they're going to want to go shopping at certain stores. They're going to want to have nice art on their walls, the best address to live at. All the things that matter to people in the real world will matter to them in the metaverse.
Okay, great. Also, I want to ask about the inflationary aspect of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. As you say, what goes up should come down. So, do you think it can be a battle against inflation in the long term with cryptocurrency?
Well, I mean, Bitcoin, let's just take Bitcoin, right, which has a finite amount that can exist, right? So far is proven to be a very good hedge against inflation because it's appreciating significantly faster, and it appears that in the future it will continue to be a very good hedge against inflation. No one really knows the future for sure, but I think that if you look at other assets like currencies that are being debased on a daily basis by the central banks, I think you would say that Bitcoin would seem to be a safer bet than that. Certainly safer than gold. I like it better than gold, and I think that it's going to be better than most assets out there.
So would you agree that Bitcoin is potentially the currency of the future?
No, I don't think it's a currency.
Okay.
I don't think it's. I think it's more of an asset class, and I don't look at it as a currency per se, because currencies are used. It's not a very good currency. You don't want your currency inflating wildly. Like, you don't want your dollar to be worth twice as much the next day. It's no certainty. That means so when you buy something with a Bitcoin, you're gonna want to kill yourself the next day when it's done. You understand? You can't do that. There's got to be some relation between money and the goods and services that are out there being bought and sold, because they'll just become more expensive. If everything's paying with Bitcoin and Bitcoin's going up in value, just simply all the prices are going to go up in value. So it doesn't really work.
Okay. And how do you think the government views the rise of crypto and DeFi? What do you think about it? Like, is it a trend?
I think they're a lot more concerned about DeFi than Bitcoin, and I think that there's going to be a lot of regulations passed in DeFi. And I think that's a good thing. And I think that the more regulations get passed, as long as they're the right regulations, will be good for the long-term growth of the industry.
Okay, so you think there is enough awareness and there are moves made to employ this technology in the government right now?
It's still early, but I think that they're starting to move in that direction. I think it's going to be like anything else. Like, the Titanic hit the iceberg. Why was Sri Lanka able to so quickly? Well, Sri Lanka is like a little speedboat. Or a rowboat, actually.
Oh, okay.
Like, they could just kind of, like, they're not going anywhere too fast. They could switch to Bitcoin if they want, because they're not really doing anything. But the U.S. is like this gigantic Titanic cruise liner. So they see the iceberg coming and they start to turn the wheel, but nothing happens because a big ship doesn't turn on a dime. So I don't think the U.S. is going to change course that quickly. It'll be a slow move, and hopefully they don't hit the iceberg.
Yeah, this is great. So I heard that you're basically shifting all your investments into this field, like
not all, but just significant.
Right?
Yeah.
Because it's the
more than half.
Okay, great. Thank you for your time. It was really nice to talk to you.